So today I have the pitching wedge. We're going to go over the pitching wedge. And you say, Tony, come on, pitching wedge. It's the easiest club in a bag to hit. Well, that reminds me of a story that Lee Trevino likes to tell. He was at a pro-am, and one of the golfers he was playing with said, Lee, can you teach me how to hit a 60-degree wedge? And he says, why don't you learn how to hit a pitching wedge first? The guy said, huh? Yeah, a lot of people think they're hitting this pitching wedge well, but they're not. It's a very precise club. It's a very precise strike. And if you saw one of my earlier videos on the secret to flushing all of your clubs, especially your driver, is to learn how to hit the pitching wedge. So we're going to go over those basics today, and plus what the ramifications are for all the shots in your bag, including the driver and fairway woods. So come on back and we will get right to it. Okay, well, you've heard me talk about how the pitching wedge is just a mirror of all the other swings in your bag. And it's true. You have to especially be precise with this club because your landing zone is so precise, meaning the pin over a trap, over water, to the green, a precise landing area versus the driver, whereas even though you want to hit it straight down the middle, you have a more open area to land it than this guy usually does. So you want to make this simple, but you want to make it a complete swing, right? Most guys just grab it and swing away. Well, number one, you really don't have to swing hard at this club. This is one of those clubs, and you can say it about all of them, but especially this one. Let the club do the work here. It's a wedge. I don't know how far you hit your wedge. I hit mine about 100 yards. That's just a nice smoothie. And that's all. If I have to hit it 110 or 105 and I got trouble in front of me, I take the 9-iron. Simple as that. Don't push this club and it won't push you back. Now, I've made a little adjustment that I want to talk about that's helping me with all my irons. If you watch all my videos and I go over the grip, I say a very neutral grip where the back of the left hand is facing the target and the back of the right hand is facing to the rear. And that's true, but what I found for myself is that as I play, the hands are turning. So by the time I'm 3/4 of the way through my round, I got a one knuckle left hand grip going. The right hand doesn't change, but now my left hand has changed and I'm hitting the ball decent. So I decided to fool around with the one knuckle grip, and boy, I'm very satisfied with how I'm hitting the ball. Right? So now, how do you hit a good wedge? Well, the biggest flaw with the wedge comes from your address position. It's not a driver. You never reach for a wedge, and you don't want to stand too close so it chokes you in half. You just want to get over there at a comfortable distance, put the club right over the ball, take your stance, go like this, and bring that club down. And see, it's actually, I'm too far away from the ball that way, so just move up. My elbows are just barely touching the sides of my shirt here. And notice that my arms are like this. I don't do that on purpose. That's actually a reaction to how I'm gripping the club. But that's how I swing. So, I mean, if you're finding, back in the day, they used to say straight left arm, loose right arm, because that's how I swing too, and you know that. I take the arm right in and swing from here. Now the only other thing is, where's your head? For the wedge, heads right over the ball. The further back, the furthest back it goes is maybe an inch in back of the ball, but that's it. It's right over the ball because that's the lowest point where your head is pointed. So it's right over the ball because you want to compress this and hit it high and hit it solid so you don't lose any distance, because most of the time when you hit this club, whatever distance you're hitting it in, you need to be very precise. So, but you don't have to kill it. If, like I said, if you're going to kill this club, take a 9-iron. The wedge is a finesse club. It's one of your money clubs. You got to kill it. Take a 9-iron. So here we go. I'm not going to break my wrist off the ball. They're going to break slightly to accommodate my cupped wrist, but that's it. I'm just going to be loose armed, very loose swing, very easy swing. Perfect shot. Just a wedge. But like I said, you can't stand too far away from the ball. And you got to swing smooth. It's one reason why you start warming up with it before your other clubs, because you're trying to get the rhythm of your clubs for the whole round. And that's where your wedge comes in. You don't have to kill this club. This is not a kill me club. Now we jump to the 7-wood. And you'll notice, I'm going to do the same thing. Put the club over the ball. Put your arms out, drop them down, and you'll notice I'm standing a little too far away. Not too much, right there. Knuckle, one knuckle grip. We have the crease going to this arm on that, the left hand, and the crease between my thumb and forefinger going to the right arm. So they're both going to the right shoulder. Same swing. Same exact swing. Now, you'll say to Tony, are you trying to compress this ball? Well, this is a fairway wood. So yeah, not a bunch though. I'm not trying to make a divot with it, although you may take a divot with it, but it's going to be a very shallow divot. Actually, this 7-wood's got 20 degrees working with it. So I got a 20-degreer here, Callaway. But it's the same ball placement, same head placement. Okay, I have the driver now. And it's the same thing. It's just like I have my wedge. Now, except maybe with the driver, I'm going to put my head a little further back so I lift this thing a little bit. But you don't have to. But the grip, the same. Stance is the same. Ball position is the same. Ball position is the same. Now, the first thing I talked about today was the new grip. Why? Because I have to say it now. A lot of you are out there saying, Tony, you make it look so easy. Well, the reason is because of this right here, this grip. Right? Overlap and one knuckle. No, you could do interlock and one knuckle. Once you get a grip like I have, or go online, pull up your favorite golfer, he or she, and see what kind of grip they have. And they're going to be pretty close. Some are going to interlock, some are going to overlap. But pick up your favorite golfer online and see what they're using. Once you have that grip, that ensures that if you get the club in position, boom, you're going to hit it. Whereas if you don't have a good grip, just because you get it in position, it could go anywhere. I just gave a guy a lesson. I ran into him here, and we discussed grip, and he goes, "It's funny that you say that. I just changed it." Yeah. Okay, well, I want you to change it again, or change your takeaway to accommodate it. And he did, and he was hitting the ball 90% better. Grip is so important. He had a perfect swing, and he was driving himself crazy because he couldn't figure out why the ball was all over the place. That's why in golf books, instructional books, this is the first thing they talk about is your grip, because it's the most important thing with chip shots, with full shots, and obviously your driver, because you're swinging much more hard with the driver, and it's got to stay together, but everything's the same. Okay? All right, I'm a little close. I can back up a little bit. So as you can see, all the clubs in your bag are working off your wedge swing, your pitching wedge swing. Believe me. I mean, the longer you're going to take them back, maybe a tad further. You're going to come through with more force. You're going to swing this club harder. But basically, it's the same swing. There's nothing fancy about it. If you can learn a wedge swing, a good wedge swing, hitting it properly, you can hit any club in your bag. Okay? I see instructors, my mouth just drops open. They got a new student and they want to hit the driver because I want to see how far I can hit it. And I go with my buddies. I've never golfed before, but I grab the driver and sure, it's exciting. But you're not learning the basic swing you need to learn from a wedge shot. And it's the foundation for everything in your game.